Hey everybody. So I've never done this before, but somebody shared this video with me from Yahoo Finance, and it confused me quite a bit because, let me just play and I'm going to give you kind of a live commentary as to what I think is going on. So let's give this a shot.
Cars, Tesla's Model Y is the world's best-selling car, beating out Toyota's RAV4 and its Corolla models. And this marks the first time an all-electric vehicle is the best-selling car across the globe. Joining us now is Yahoo Finance's Pras Subramanian to break this down for us. Quite a move here for Tesla.
So far, so good. Everything the lady on the left said is correct. But this is where it gets interesting.
Yeah, if you want to sell a lot of product, cutting prices usually is the way to do it, and that's what happened here with Tesla. As you said just now, Tesla crossing that top global selling car according to Jayco Research and Motor1.com.
So there, this guy, Pras, says that the only way Tesla got there was by cutting price. Out of the gate, this guy is extremely negative on Tesla and doesn't understand that not only is Tesla a BEV, battery electric vehicle, but also it only operates in select markets. And third, they don't pay for marketing and advertising, like maybe the sponsors do here. I don't know, but let's go a little bit further.
Seeing that Tesla Model Y sold 267,000 units in Q1, just above that Toyota Corolla, which sells globally at 256,000 there for the top two. Drilling down into those numbers, you see that 35% of all Model Ys are actually sold in China. That's up 26% year over year. And 31% of all Model Ys were sold in the US.
Like, he talks about China and the US as if they're bad places, which is kind of unusual, but let's go on.
That's up a whopping 68% year over year. Now, good news here, but like I said before, cutting costs does sort of hurt your margins.
Here he goes. Cutting costs hurts the margins. He obviously doesn't know that Tesla have triple the margins that pretty much every other car maker has. And ICE makers are going out of business. Their sales are collapsing. And BEV players, all the competition, actually lose money on the cars, with the exception of one player. But let's go a little bit further.
It's a concern for Tesla investors, seeing that gross margin numbers dip below 20%. CEO Elon Musk doesn't seem so worried about it. He wants to grow the install base. He wants to sell higher margin software products. So that's his goal there. But also want to note that
This one, he says, all Musk wants to do is sell software margins on top of the car. That is not true. He wants the planet to be sustainable. That's the whole vision of Tesla. And they want as many cars on the road as possible so they can scale their factories and optimize FSD. It's nothing to do with selling high margin software. So again, it's just, these guys have a bone with Tesla to pick, I guess.
I feel too bad about Toyota here because of the top 5 vehicles, 4 of them were Toyota vehicles, and they have a global footprint, like I mentioned, and they're able to sort of weather certain concerns or issues that pop around the globe, territory by territory, whereas Tesla is sort of levered to US, China, and Europe as
Okay, he talks about Tesla, another negative. Everything is with a negative tone, that they are stuck in 3 major regions, markets, whatever you want to call them. And Toyota has the whole world to do business. But Tesla are crushing them in just 3 regions. That's a positive. That's not a negative. But let's go on.
top 3 territories.
So with that in mind then, how long do you think Tesla can hold that spot, especially if perhaps prices start to change and they start to level off, whereas some of these, legacy companies and a Toyota sort of slow and steady and consistent with their pricing?
Very important point there. Slow and steady and consistent. Is that how you innovate, or fast and quick?
I think that it's with Q1 in the books, it seems like a good trend. The trend is positive for Tesla. They're probably going to try to grow on that within, of course, China and in EU and the US. This quarter in Q2, you had the first full quarter with the EV tax credit in effect, so that should help US sales. But like I mentioned before, at least Toyota can sell across multiple territories across the globe. Tesla hasn't done that yet. They're not super huge in Asia beyond China. They're trying to grow in places like Thailand, India, Indonesia. That's up next. So that's kind of the plan for Tesla. I surmise that Toyota will probably sell a lot more vehicles in the back half of the year. They can sell cheaper gas-powered cars, hybrids across the globe. Their mid-size pickup, the Toyota Hilux, is a huge seller for them beyond the Corolla and beyond the Camry. So they have a lot going on. I don't know if Tesla will actually win the overall 2023 global race here. But good start for them in Q1.
So basically, it sounds like Toyota's coming. Slow start to Q1, but they have the whole planet, and they're going to trash them in Q2, Q3, Q4.
Indeed. Pras Romania there for us with that update. Well, staying with cars, Tesla's model...
Indeed. So let me try and summarize here. Tesla Model Y is the world's best-selling car in Q1 2023. They beat out the former Toyota Corolla and RAV4. But they said Tesla cut prices to achieve this, and they hurt their margins. And they said that Elon Musk is not worried about margins because he wants to sell higher margin software products on the cars. And then Toyota still has a strong presence in the global market. 4 of the top 5 best-selling cars, fair. But Tesla is still relatively new in Asia. So all of this means that the people at Yahoo Finance understand nothing about trajectory, where Tesla has come from and where it is going. And if they already did this in Q1, it's going to be lights out for the rest of the year. No ifs, ands, or buts with 2 gigafactory scaling. So why is mainstream media so dishonest? Or maybe they just don't understand anything. Maybe they cover 17,000 topics and can't go more than an inch deep. It surprised me. But just want to point this out. Yahoo Finance, very disappointing.